My name is Sam Colillo on behalf of Team 3, which includes Frank Dawson, James Greenwood, Sam Lee, and Glenn Wang. We're going to take you through Mom Enterprises and their candidacy for private equity investment. Just a quick overview of the agenda. James is going to start by taking us through the value proposition, challenge, opportunity, and mission vision of Mom's Enterprises. Then pass it over to Sam to take us through more information about the market, competitors, and the exit strategy for Mom Enterprises. James will take us through the intellectual property, and then Frank will take us through our current solutions, and then I'll take us through the solution roadmap going forward for Mom Enterprises. Then Glenn will give us more information about the company history, the organizational structure, and the leadership team and recent traction that they've had. I'll pass back to me to take us through the business model, the investor request and use of funds to give you the ROI that you're looking for, and the financial projections to back that up. And then Frank will finish up with the strategic goals of the company and some of the year one objectives with KPIs and tactical projects. So James, passing over to you.
Okay, great. All right, so I'll kick us off and go through a little company background here. We'll start off with our value proposition. So at Mom Enterprises, Inc., our value is geared towards providing our customers with the best products and services available to keep their children healthy. And really our specialization areas include organic vitamin drops and organic treatments for upset stomachs and upper respiratory ailments. So now I'll talk about our challenge and opportunity, and this is from an overall market position point of view. Generally, our market level problem is that parents need to care for their children and their children's supplemental dietary needs to fuel their growth and help fight illnesses. And our market level solution for that problem is natural and organic remedies using easy to administer applications for illnesses and dietary needs, and to provide parents with the tools they need to raise healthy children. And this takes us into market positioning, and I'll discuss our mission and vision. So our overall mission, where we are as an organization, is to help moms everywhere bond with their babies by creating effective, trusted products that incorporate the wisest ingredients from around the world. It's really a high-level goal of ours as an organization to strive to provide the best ingredients and products for our customers. And our organization vision, where we want to go, is to become the leading global supplier of mom-approved baby health products. And I'll go ahead and transition over to Sam.
All right, thanks, James. So at Mom Enterprises, we are going after a very big opportunity, right? The total addressable market of the consumer packaged goods industry is about $760 billion worldwide. But we'll be focused on the baby care sub-industry, which is currently at $770 billion and expected to reach about $90 billion over the next 5 years. So in addition to the top-down approach, we also looked at constructing the market from a bottom-up approach and found that our specific domains of interest, right, vitamins, GI, and respiratory, are $1.3 billion, $732 million, and $4.4 billion, $4.4 billion opportunities, respectively. And so there are certainly macro and micro environmental forces that we need to account for as we navigate these markets. Market forces include things like demographic changes, right, where the global middle class is quickly growing and decision-making on household spending is shifting towards women. Additionally, we are keeping an eye out for political forces, such as trade wars and tariffs as well. With the microenvironmental forces, we have more control on how this will affect our business, such as with new product lines, new channel partners, and when or how to raise additional capital. So moving on to prospects, right? The future prospects of Mom Enterprises is very promising. In the past, the focus has been limited to selling products in drugstores and retail stores. With the additional investment by the PE firm, we can expand into traditional grocery stores to reach a broader range of customers and also explore direct-to-consumer channels as well. Furthermore, we will be adding additional product lines that will serve currently unmet needs in the market. And so as discussed, right, Mom Enterprises is operating in a very large market, and to no surprise, there are several competitors, including Pristine Organic, Daber, and Abbott Nutrition as the most direct competitors. In the table below, we picked out what customers have communicated to us as the most important factors when purchasing baby products. These include having 100% natural or organic ingredients, easy administration, great taste, and value. We strongly feel that we are the leaders in each of these categories. So moving on to exit strategy, right? With our superior product, we will be able to generate a strong return for our investors with the explosive growth of our company over the next few years. And so as our company continues to grow, we will have larger needs for solidifying our supply chain and manufacturing. We will also need to expand our sales force as well as explore additional distribution channels. And so these larger capital needs will be met as we pursue an IPO. And then I'll pass it back to James to talk about our intellectual property.
So for Pat, an herbal composition for treating morning sickness patent. So this is very effective for us for this product line. We had an execution date on this of August 25th, 2006. Taking us down to various trademarks. We have 3 trademarks that we've issued, 2 for Mommy's Bliss, and the 3rd one is for Baby's Bliss. So this is important for our products as a company. So I'll go ahead and transition over to Frank.
Our most successful product is Mommy's Bliss Gripe Water, which is for babies with gas, colic, or stomach discomfort. Actually, our founder, Roshan, was a nurse in Scotland. And when she moved to the United States, she found that she was unable to get the gripe water that she often gave to her baby patients in Scotland. So that was kind of the foundation for building our company up. Since then, we've expanded into a few different products, including vitamins and supplements, which includes Mommy's Bliss Probiotic Every Day, Mommy's Bliss Vitamin D Organic for newborn, and Mommy's Bliss Multivitamin Organic Drops for babies that are older than 2 months. And then this year, most recently, we've actually added on an upper respiratory medicine product, and that's Mommy's Bliss Organic Cough Syrup and Elderberry Syrup. So I'm going to go ahead and hand off to Sam, who's going to talk about our plans for products in the future.
As Frank mentioned, 1999 was when we started was when Mommy's Bliss started the GI business with that gripe water. They had some product expansions over the year, but in 2013, they expanded into nighttime products to help babies sleep. That gave some more growth to their business. And then fast forward to this year in 2018, not even 6 months ago, there was a launch of the cough and elderberry syrups. And the plans going forward are to expand the existing Mommy Bliss products into traditional grocery, because right now they're only in mass merchandisers and drugstores, and that's only covering about 50% of the market in the US. So there's a lot of spending dollars out there to be had going into other retail avenues. And then in 2020, expand globally, but also going into the gummy vitamin market, given, as Sam mentioned earlier, that's a viable market out there. And the Mommy's Bliss brand has just shown year after year success in expanding into other categories. So I'll pass it to Glenn to take us through the company overview.
So the company was founded in 1999 by Roshan Kadarelli, a mom and a pediatric nurse midwife, doula, who had been using gripe water for its infants' colic and fuzziness for years while working in Scotland. When she moved to the US, she was astonished that the magical gripe water formula she relied on wasn't available here. So she set out to create the first all-natural gripe water in America with an FDA-registered CGMP, and Mommy's Bliss was born. Major events and awards to date. Since then, Roshan developed many other products based on her experience working with infants and new parents. Mommy's Bliss has an industry-focused organizational structure. It focuses on the baby care goods sub-industry under the consumer packaged goods industry. In its 7 organizational units, the operations solution delivery unit manages the baby care goods technology unit and the baby care goods business development unit. Also, the operations solution delivery unit manages 3 ongoing programs. They are customer service program, e-commerce logistics program, production outsourcing program. The executive team. Yasmin Kadarelli is the CEO since 2013. She's the daughter of the founder. She has a master's in public health and an MBA. April Howe, president, involved in almost every aspect of the business. Stephanie Medina, senior director of operations. She refined products and look for new ideas. Carolyn Lloyd, VP of sales. She's passionate about bringing Mommy's Bliss to everyone. And Doris is an office manager, Paul is a finance manager. Sheena is associate manager in information management, creative service. Adina is a procurement specialist. The board of directors have Roshan Kadarelli, the founder, and her husband, Shiraz Kadarelli. In 2004, he joined the family business full-time as president and helped to expand the company's global goals and strategy. On the advisory board, we have Robert Adler, MD, MSED. He's the chief medical officer at Children's Hospital Los Angeles Health System. He's the senior advisor to the Department of Pediatrics, also a professor of pediatrics at Keck School of Medicine of USC. And we also have Ryan Cornell, a CEO at Target. Traction. Our paying customers are parents with babies and young kids. They generate 18.3 million sales in 2016. Business partners, in-store sales partners, we have CVS Pharmacy, Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, Whole Foods, Bye Bye Baby, and Sprouts. Online sales partners, we have Amazon.com, Target.com, Walmart.com, Walgreens, and iHerbs.com. Other ecosystem constituent affiliations. Mommy's Bliss is affiliated with the Society of Nutrition, Education and Health Action from Mumbai, India, and the Children's Health Foundation in Arizona, USA. Next, I'll pass to my teammate, Sensi.
All right, thanks, Ben. So from the financial section, to bring it to our business model. As we showed earlier, the stomach and upper GI was the founding part of this company. It represents about 1.6 or 1.06 million, but you can see that they have a very strong share, 46% share of that category. But the lion's share of the sales for Mom Enterprises is through the vitamins and electrolytes market, which has a higher price product, has an average retail of $11, brings in almost 37 million. And these numbers are through Q3 of 2018. So you can see how dominant the Mommy's Bliss brand is in the market. And then the upper respiratory looks like it's really small, but that's because it hasn't even been in the market for 6 months. It's already at almost $500,000 and 1% share of the category, even though it's still just building up distribution. About 2.5 million in R&D spend in 2018 and 1 million in marketing. So they're able to drive these high shares within their category with minimal amounts of marketing. That's reiterated over here. You can see about 2/3 of their costs are in operations and solutions delivery, 10% in business development, a healthy amount in R&D, which is just contributing to why we've seen Mommy's Bliss brand expand into other categories for almost 2 decades now. So we're looking at the investment request here from the private equity firm. The history of this company, as Glenn took us through, I mean, this is a family business, and they've continued to build just on the profits of the company. And now's the time for some accelerating funds to really blow this company into the next level. The recommendation is for 25 million in exchange for 20% equity. With these funds, we'll turn that into a 350 million valuation in 5 years and by 2021. Key investments that we've alluded to, one is the production capacity expansion. We mentioned that they're only in about 50% of US market, and they're not even in anywhere globally. So we need to expand production so we can play in those markets. And then also new product development to launch into the $110 million gummy vitamin market. And the ROI would be 350% over 3 years. And as Sam mentioned at the beginning, IPO is the goal. We look for about 35 million for future expansion. You can see we showed you the 2017 revenue and the 2018 revenue. Given that they aren't expanding in the markets that they're in, it's kind of flattened a little bit. In the next 3 years, that'll eventually lead to grow from a $28 million business to a $175 million gross revenue business. Some of the key investments that are going to make that happen, we'll spend 10 million start with production capacity so that we're ready to fulfill the sales requests that we know we're going to have in 2019. Additional R&D spend to get to the gummy market. More marketing, since we're expanding into new markets and going global, new gummy product itself, some of the costs of setting that brand up. And you can see that, and then in 2020, the biggest investment there will just be expanding headcount to go global. And you can see that in the share of competitive set and market size. So even though the share is shrinking, the market that Mommy's Bliss is going to be playing in is growing very rapidly. So right now they're in $200 million market. When they expand into the gummy market, that'll bring them up to about a $500 million market. But then when they go globally, they'll be looking at about $6.5 billion that they can go after.
All right. So before diving into our strategic objectives and our tactical plans, our team put together a strategic scorecard here that kind of highlights the state of our current business, highlights some of our existing strength, as well as some opportunities to grow and position this company for an IPO. We currently have the grade of the company as a B and believe for an IPO to occur, the company really needs to be a 90 or above. So just to highlight some of the information we have here, we felt our information resources and human resources really highlight an opportunity for growth. And we believe that growing our employees above 19 offers an opportunity to strengthen some processes and procedures and also grow our business development team to help us grow into the international market. We think one area our company is very strong, and you can see that on the scorecard here, is our board of directors. We feel that we've set a strong business strategy and mission that have aligned with a vision that's going to continue to allow us to grow and continue to capture the US market share and, again, expand internationally. So, and then we also found another big opportunity was our machine resources and facility resources. Currently, our cost of goods sold accounts for about 40% of our sales. So we believe that as the company's grown, our machines and our facilities have not grown with the product. So improving that area offers an opportunity to really strengthen the quality of this company. So as I touched on the previous slide, machine resources and facility resources offers an opportunity to really drive down our cost of goods sold. With a private equity investment, we do plan to use $5 million year one to drive down this cost of goods sold from 40% to 35% of our revenue to increase our scale and efficiencies. We believe that this will allow better, faster, cheaper, and smarter production. As I touched on in the previous slide, information resources and human resources also offer an opportunity to grow into the international market. Although we've successfully done business with 19 employees, in order to grow into the international market, we do need to strengthen our business development team as well as our operational team that will be able to standardize things domestically and internationally. We felt that our intellectual property is actually very strong. That being said, this is an industry where there's a lot of opportunity to diversify. So we think expanding and continuing to grow our product in this upper respiratory market and exceeding sales of $45,000 during our launch year will set a strong baseline for future growth. And then additionally, in order to grow this upper respiratory product after year one, we believe it's really important that our product goes into at least 50% of the stores that are currently carrying our products year one. And again, we'll use that as a baseline for future growth. As I touched on before, our cost of goods sold is a bit high. And in order for us to strengthen our products, lower our margins, research and development is really important to driving down the cost of goods sold. So outside of our facilities and machinery improvements that we'd like to make, we'd also like to invest more money in research and development. Currently, 10% of our revenue is going to research and development, and we'd like to increase that to 15% as we continue to expand internationally and into different product lines. As part of our expansion of our machinery and our facilities, we would like to expand our production capacity of our factory by 300%. Although we don't expect to utilize that increasing capacity year one as we do grow into the international market, we think that having the ability to produce at a much larger scale is necessary to meeting our customers' needs. Currently, Mom Enterprises is in 40% of the stores in the baby healthcare space, and we would also like to expand to 80% of the stores that carry baby products by the end of year one. We think that partnering with different business partners will allow us to tap into the part of the market that we haven't been able to reach. And finally, we would like to position our upper respiratory product to be in all stores that currently carry our products by the end of the current year.
Thanks for your attention. We look forward to working with you.